Hello there, Hal. I'm back. Thursday. Hello there, Hal. Let's see what new surprises you have in store for me today. Because I have to warn you, after the conversation I just had, I'm hard to impress. Hello there, early bird. Only old surprises, apparently. You really should try harder next time. Having a conversation with a room, how bizarrely refreshing. It's good to see you too, Sophia. Now, I never thought I'd say something like this, but here it goes. Carmosa was right. Too much reading does make you crazy. But evidently it also makes you interesting. At least interesting enough to make my eternally uptight sister sneak into your room when she thought I wasn't looking. I seriously doubt she's that naive. Doesn't matter. The real question is, what does she want from you? Did she come to ask for help? So many hours without the chance to struggle for Carmosa's approval must have left the poor girl quite disturbed. Oh, you know our Gloria, a true stronghold of independence, a font of wisdom. I take it she came to spread her usual Carmosian propaganda among the little ones, only to meet with steadfast resistance of the people. We will not be silenced, shouted the crowds. Oh my, it must have been quite the display. Did the guard intervene? If you're asking if there was any violence, then yes, plenty. The streets and square practically turned red. Oh, how lovely. Was she hurt? She's like Wednesday Addams. Did you slap her? No. I think that would be going a bit far, don't you think? My dear simple sister, who can really say? Such things tend to be relative, you know. One man's hero is a criminal to someone else. It's simply too complex for a girl like me to decide. When it comes to Gloria, I don't analyze and stick to the golden rule. Violence is always the answer. I see. I think you're just giving me a bit too much information there, Sophia. Oh, you're such a child sometimes. In case you didn't notice, we're living in the middle of a dangerous and unforgiving forest. This place is packed with wild, bloodthirsty predators. And whenever we choose to see them or not, they exist. What a lovely thought. I will think about it on my trip to the woods today. Oh, you're going out again? I have to eat something first, but yes, I am going out. Why? I was just wondering, if you will. What is it? Sophia, are you blushing? Don't be ridiculous. Of course I'm not blushing. I was just thinking that maybe you could use some company. You want to leave the house? Yes? Is that correct? Dear Sophia, no, not in my book. Of course I'd love to go with you. But a lot is happening now and I wanted to have some time to think alone. I'm really sorry. Maybe some other time. When Carmosa is back. Right. I'll get back to my room and stay there then, forever. Don't be like that. I'm really sorry. You just caught me by surprise. But I really would want to go out with you whenever we get the next chance. Yes, I understand. Go then and have fun doing your secret stuff. Thanks, I will. I'll see you in the evening. Sorry again. Just ditches her. She's probably gonna follow you. Another day of freedom I can spend on the town. There's always something going on here. Even now I see some commotion in the street. I wonder what it is about. Townswoman. The moment I saw my cow die, I knew it. It was those evil beads of yours that did it. Madam Haiti, what are you talking about, woman? My poor Molly has died. She was in so much pain for days. She mooed like she had never mooed before. It was almost like moaning or crying. It was your fault. I've seen the bad omens. My poor Molly moaning. And the odor her wretched body made. It must have been your cursed witch. Cows smell on their own, and your Molly didn't need my help in that department. You might not have noticed because you only bathe occasionally. She's like, you smell like cow. My poor Molly is dead, lifeless as a clump of mud on the street, and the heartless witch that you are dare to jest about it. I knew it was your doing, you wretched. I'm laughing because there's little else to do. How should I react to your stupidity? You want someone to blame? I told you to come to me so I could take a look at your bloody cow and heal it. But did you listen? No, the animal's pain was not enough reason to spare a few thorns. But I did bring her to you. When it was terminal, before you said it is for fate to decide what happens, and who would have guessed it doesn't work out well. But you said the cow would die, and she did. I said it'd die if you won't take care of it. The damn cow was seriously ill. You can see that for yourself. You know, it came to me when it couldn't move anymore.
Cotton Eye Joe!
Only then you realize trusting fate won't do. One too late. Now you're searching for someone else to take the blame for your stupidity.
I'm feeling a little crazy.
This lady gave her a cow and was like, sick? I was like, well, come bring it in. No, fate will decide. Now it's dead. She's blaming her. Oh, but she didn't die until you looked at her, you witch. This whole town knew you're bad news. You're not welcome here. I think she's racist. She's racist against skull, face, makeup. Shut up or else I will turn you into a frog or a cow to compensate for your loss. And what's going on here? Do I have to stab the witch? Oh, good captain. Please arrest this evil witch for killing my poor Molly with her evil eye and her devilish beads. She has... Molly? My poor cow. She was so kind and helpful. Is there any truth to what she accuses you of?
Where's that Iron Man game?
It's in my PlayStation.
It's in there? Or that one?
Should be. Maybe it's still in its packaging.
That's what I'm talking about. Where is it?
It's probably in those boxes in her playroom.
I want to try it.
I'm not even going to dignify that foolishness with an answer. If this idiot doesn't want to take responsibility for her own actions, fine. Believe me, she's like, I'm just walking. Alright then, my dear lady, I'm going to have to ask you to go home and wait till I sort this out. But I'll make it my responsibility to sort this out. Now please go home. Do not pursue this matter on your own. Do you understand? Yes, I do. Fine. I'll stop. I do apologize for this woman's behavior and hope you have not been bothered by this. Holy, he's just acting like a polite and respectable man now. Polite and respectable man. You know how the townspeople are when they feel hurt or helpless. Oh, I do know. They blame the wicked witch. Sometimes with the help of torches and pitchforks. I hope, however, that you realize that you are welcome here. These are good people. They just get carried away sometimes. First time I saw this man, he killed 3 people. They expect you to always be able to bail them out of their problems. For generations they did that, and all the known professions. Yours is still needed. Oh yes, I am so needed that you had to intervene. How many times has it been now? Them blaming me for their own stupidity. This town sheriff has a strange way of showing appreciation. Might be the time to move on now. Not sure you don't mean that. Just yesterday, this young woman told everyone in the inn how much you have helped her. And sure, grateful lady nobody listens to one day. Insults, blame, and pitchforks the next. That seems like a good cue to leave. You have good reasons to be angry. I have to dig that out of the box. I thought I did put it into the slot. That was weird.
I don't remember.
Oh, just give me some time, please. I need to think. Someone in this town should. Fine, I consider the matter settled, and you'll do as you see fit, like you always do. Till next time, my love. Good day, Cinders. I did not notice you standing there. That's totally why he came over. Good day to you too, Captain. May I inquire what is going on? Oh, just another day in the town as usual. Nothing out of the ordinary. Didn't have to stab anyone today. Sure, let's attack the witch as usual. Exactly my point. Just getting harassed like a bird. This is not what I meant. I meant there is no danger, so you do not need to worry, Cinders. Everything will be fine. Don't you have some robbers to kill, or at least vagabonds to hold down by the ear? Or did picking up girls just become a priority for the town's watch? There have been in many battles, and I have stood my ground. But when a lady is decisive as Madame Haiti gets her temper up, there is no shame in retreat. So please excuse me, Cinders. I shall bid you ladies farewell. I will stay in the inn for a while if you feel like talking. Oh, no need to apologize. Farewell, Captain. He's like, I'll be waiting at the hotel. Sleeps. What happened here exactly? People are strange here, illogical and stupid. They just sit and demand, do nothing and hope. Morons. The time has come for me to change the scenery. Oh, what did they do? Oh, nothing spectacular, just more of the usual. People come to me for medicine, for advice, for a solution to every stupid problem they have created. They still fear me, though. Every time something goes wrong, I'm to blame. They used to blame the devil or evil forces. Now the evil forces conveniently live next door. Surely the townsfolk do not mean that. They seem to respect you a lot. There's a very thin line between respect and fear. This happens in every single place I travel to. It takes time for resentment to build up, however. I knew a town should do. But you have friends here. Just a second ago I thought I saw you speaking with the captain on very familiar and mostly friendly terms. Oh, we do have some history together, but do not let me bore you with the details. Oh, go ahead, please. Your curiosity is commendable. But let's discuss something of more importance. Have you given any thought to our last conversation? Not yet. I haven't had the time to. Good. That means I don't have to give more advice right now. So take your time, Cinders, and come to me when you have decided. Just don't wait too long, because I intend to leave this damn town soon and I will not look back. Thank you. I'll take time to consider and decide soon. You do that. Goodbye, child. Goodbye. That woman really got to her. Who would have thought? Tough, cynical Madame Haiti, whose wrath can move mountains, touched by a simple townwoman's remark. I'll have to consider that side of her. Vulnerable and so human. She's really creepily good at analyzing people. But right now I'll have a whole day of free to plan as I will. What should I do now? Maybe pay Tobias a visit again? I never did visit Tobias. I could also spend some time in a tavern, chatting with townspeople, making friends and hearing all the gossip. That is where the life of the town concentrates. And the captain said he was headed there. Speaking to him proved to be worthwhile so far. Holy. She just after that man.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm available. She's like, so am I for just today.
I have a question for you.
Choices. Are there questions?
Do you want sweet and sour meatballs and rice for your supper lunch?
That sounds delicious.
Or do you want craft dinner and meatballs for your supper lunch?
I must craft dinner too. But the rice is pretty healthy. If you're making it, whatever's easiest for you.
Well, I don't care what. I just want to know, because I want to know what I'm going to be making.
Craft dinner. It's been a while. Choices. Watch out, Cinders. Are you making used to it? Where should I go? I'm gonna go to this store.
If I was going to the store, you wouldn't even really have a choice.
I gotta visit Tobias at his store he owns, find out what he delivered. I didn't do it yesterday, but I'm doing it today. There's Tobias. His name backwards is Sabah. Cinders, I didn't expect to see you again so soon. This is a pleasant surprise. Well, I'm kind of lucky in that respect. Carmosa suddenly decided to leave for a few days. Must feel great to have some freedom. It does. I wish it wasn't for such a short amount of time, but I'll enjoy what I have. Although I confess I'm envious of you, Tobias. You get to make your own decisions all the time. Well, I can't exactly say that. After all, my parents passed away when I was young, so the store was my only option. Alright, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. It's fine. In the end, we just see the good portions of other people's lives without the hardship. We pick and choose what we want. People look happy, but they might be struggling inside. That's true. Seems like you thought about this a lot. Maybe a little. Despite all the struggles, I'm happy with where I am in life, though. I wish you could find a path to the life you want as well. Although knowing you, wishes won't be necessary. You're a bright girl, so it's only a matter of time. Thank you. But I assume that you aren't here to listen to my life lessons. So what brings you here? Don't ask about that night. Actually, I came to ask you about something. Oh, what would that be?
Oh shit, I knew it was an expected wonder why they could still be everything.
I want to know what happened 3 nights ago. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. Please don't play dumb. I saw you. You saw me, but how? I followed that shifty-looking character from my house. He seemed suspicious, so I was curious. I confess I was surprised to see you there dealing in something so underhanded. Sorry you had to see me like that. I have to know what happened. Are you involved in something illegal or immoral? Of course not. Oh, no, it really does look that way, doesn't it? I suppose I have to explain things now. Otherwise, I'll look even more suspicious.
Oh!
I'd appreciate it if you didn't. Put simply, Carmosa asked me to sell something for her. It was a normal business transaction.
No, I didn't know.
You're the one who was paid, and then you received the necklace. Now the secrecy. The necklace was the item for me to sell. The money was payment for my services. Why didn't she just sell it herself? Why did you have to hire that strange man? That strange man is a local vagabond, but he's trustworthy where money is involved. Usually. Sometimes he helps me with tasks that require a certain amount of delicacy. You mean secrecy? But why? Isn't it apparent? Why does any noble keep anything a secret? I'd rather not guess. Enlighten me. Being a noble is largely a game of appearances. Many things need to be done in private. There's no crime in selling a piece of jewelry that you rightfully own, is there? Crime, no. But for a noble to sell her own jewelry means she's lacking in money. If others found out she was struggling financially, it would undermine her power. That's why she sent you to pay me. Someone else pick up the necklace in the middle of the night. She doesn't want to be there to be any connection between her and me. She's not the only one. I've done similar business with other noble houses in the past. But are you saying Carmosa's out of money? She kept it from you? Your house has been in bad financial shape ever since your parents passed. Carmosa has been struggling to keep her influence strong. She never told me. I suppose being a noble means keeping up appearances in front of your own family as well. She seemed very eager to sell the necklace as quickly as possible. Is there any reason for that? Well, the necklace is worth a great sum, but I don't know why Carmosa needs it so urgently. That's all I know. I hope that you understand why I couldn't tell you about this. I understand. I understand. You had to keep your word no matter what the circumstances were. It must have been hard. I can't deny that. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy that you found out anyway. I'm sorry I doubted you. You've always been a good and honest man. It's fine. All of my actions were fairly suspicious after all. And you really are a brave woman to go into the forest alone at night. I don't know, brave is the word for it. Impulsive, maybe. Or determined. I certainly wouldn't want to be on your bad side. Then don't keep any more secrets from me. I have a question, though, about the man who was working for you. I saw him come by my house again 2 days ago. Was that another pickup for Carmosa? I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't seen him since we parted ways 3 nights ago.
What?
Carmosa left the house quite suddenly after he came by. You think it all could be related? It's hard to say. You try asking him. He spends a lot of time at the inn. He drops by around here occasionally. I think I'll do that, thanks. Don't mention it. I just wish I could help more. Well, I need to get going now. Gloria will have a fit if I don't return early. She's taking her role as a house guardian very seriously. I can imagine. Your sister has always been serious about everything. That's true. She tries so hard to be like Carmosa. I know she means well, but it's truly annoying.
I knew it!
Poor girl. Agreed. Sometimes I pity her. Anyway, I really need to get going now. Understood. I have some business I must attend to as well. Always a welcome guest here. If you ever need anything, you know where to find me. Take care, Tobias. Take care, Cinders. It was nice to see you again. It was nice seeing Tobias again. Yeah, and I certainly learned a lot from this trip. I never would have guessed that Kermos is struggling with finances. I might be able to use this knowledge. I definitely need to find a shady vagabond and learn more from him as well. I have to give Tobias money. Every time I visit him, it seems he has some kind words and insight. He's a great friend. He's my best friend. not as great as my hunger is right now. I guess a trip to the inn is in order. I wonder if the captain is here already. He's such an intriguing man. Wish I could spend a little more time getting to know him, and today it almost sounded as if he invited me here. Ah, there he is.
Oh no, we're
Sitting in the same corner he sat in last time. Habit?
Mommy,
Looks like he's leaving. Wait, is he coming towards me? So you came. I remember correctly that your name is Cinders, right? Yes. Surprised you recognized me on the town square today. Well, you were on my mind. Would you care to join me for a drink? I'd be happy to. Hang on. You were thinking about me?
No.
Yes. You came to mind after a recent discussion I had with the prince. Oh. I'm flattered, I think. What are you talking about exactly? A candidate for wife, of course. Surely I heard about the king's last wish. Actually, I haven't. According to the king's final wish, the prince cannot be crowned until he's found a wife for himself. So the coronation is being postponed, and every noble in the kingdom is trying to foist a daughter on him. It's been very tiring for him, as many of these women are groomed for looks alone. He is losing faith. But I think that the world still holds many bright and intelligent women, and you're living proof. Oh, well, I'm grateful for the compliment, but I'm not sure what else to say. My apologies. The drink is making me more direct than it is proper. These days there's little to pass the time in my position, so I spend many hours here. I don't want to bore you with the small complaints of my life, and I apologize for being so curt with you when we met last time. I understand. A lot happened, and it's no surprise if you weren't in the mood for discussion. Honestly, I should probably apologize for bothering you when you wanted to be left alone. It wasn't a bother. I found the discussion very interesting. Listen, I know you asked about the prince last time. Are you still interested in learning more? Oh, I'm torn. Tell me about the prince, or tell him more about himself. Tell me about the prince. I'd love to hear more about the prince, especially after what you just said. The sort of man who is interested more than a woman's appearance seems interesting to me. He is interesting, albeit very young. The king was a highly respected ruler for many years. Filling his position is a huge burden for the young monarch. Living in the shadow of a strong personality, that sounds familiar. It must be so difficult for him. I have faith in him, though. He has the drive and passion to become a truly great leader. He's also not afraid to change things that need to be changed, however challenging that might be. The old noble houses don't like change, especially if they lose power in the process. The prince must be prepared to face some difficult and potentially dangerous opposition. He must be a brave man. He certainly seems so, but the time will tell if he makes the right choices. Some are harder than others. What do you mean? The prince may have to use force on his opposition to achieve unity. The king wasn't afraid to wage wars, imprison dissenters, or even assassinate his enemies. It's a brutal position to be in, and the prince might have to make similar decisions. Understandable. It's a difficult choice, but I understand why it has to be done. It's rare to hear such an opinion from an outsider. You really do carry wisdom beyond your years. Sometimes I miss the days of the king. Things were simpler then, even conflict. I'd rather have a sword thrust in my heart than a dagger in my back. These days everything is poisonous words and false smiles. The old ways might have been more violent, but they were more honest too. Even in times of so-called peace, people's lives can be destroyed. The prince tries to solve as much as he can with diplomacy, but he'll have to make some difficult decisions. That's enough for such heavy subjects, though. I'd rather get to know you more, if you don't mind. You look like a girl from the town, but I haven't seen you around. I don't live in the town, actually. I live in the house ruled by Lady Carmosa. Oh, forgive me, I didn't realize you were nobility. Your clothes give you the appearance of one of the townfolk. I didn't know you were incognito. It's not a disguise. This is what I wear every day. After my father passed away, Carmosa took over. She treats me as one of the servants, but without any pay. I don't even have money to spend on clothing. I have $25. Or did I spend it? I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a shame your father chose Carmosa to take over the estate. He chose her? Isn't that what happened? Before he passed away, he should have left a will. The will would appoint the next head of the house. It's a shame he didn't choose you. I've never heard anything about this will. I don't think father would willingly put me in this situation. It doesn't sound right at all. If Lady Carmosa wasn't appointed, she's breaking the law. Oh, he's getting his sword already. He's like, oh yeah, I'm talking to a cop, aren't I? I didn't realize that. Something about the situation seems suspicious. I hope you get it sorted out. I wish I could speak with you longer, but I must start my patrol. I'm gonna head to your house. It was a pleasure talking with you. If you ever need anything, I'd be happy to help you. Thank you. I'll see you then. Take care of yourself. This is the first time I've heard of father's will. I wonder why he never wrote one. Unless he did write one. In that case, what happened to it? I have to investigate as soon as I get the chance. Well, there's no point in sitting here in the tavern alone. I don't want to attract the wrong company. Holy, just hanging around at last call. It's getting late, but I don't want to get back home just yet. For all I know, this may be my last day of freedom for a long, long time. I'd rather make the most of it. I feel like doing something crazy, something wild, like, oh, I know. I will go for a walk. Haha, the fact that I can't really afford anything is the best joke of my life. I thought you had $25. I must have spent it. I can still go and visit the marketing place. Watching is usually free. Anything but going back home. Oh no, not yet. I'll go to the marketplace. It's astonishing what a simple walk can do to one's spirits. If I'm going to miss the freedom to do something, then above all else, it's going to be the freedom to wander about whenever I please. When I walk with no specific goal, no destination, I can just switch off and observe my thoughts, jumping into their little drawers at each step. The strolling through the market has its moments too. I saw the most gorgeous shoes. Not that I could ever afford them. They were crazily expensive. I get that they were imported from the eastern lands, but at that price, they should be made of diamonds and dragon skin. Who buys something like that? I mean, I know I would if I could, but that's besides the point, right? Forget about it. No reason to dwell on such things. Such a pity that the big red bat is coming back tomorrow. Today was pretty uneventful, but it's been so nice simply being able to talk to people like an ordinary person. Then again, this day wouldn't be as pleasant if it weren't so rare for me to feel free. It's getting late. I should be heading back home. Time to say goodbye to freedom. Hello there, Cinders. Walking around. Oh, I didn't see you coming. Hello, Captain. So how are you doing? You look a bit upset. Do I? Oh, no, quite the contrary. I just got back from a very nice walk. Cleared my mind of trouble. And what are you doing here, Captain? I was just about to begin my evening patrol. Although with this kind of weather, you could compare it to going for a walk. Can I go too? Sounds lovely indeed. Would you mind if I accompanied you? Hope it isn't too dangerous. Dangerous? Hardly. But are you sure? You said you spent the afternoon walking about. And the patrol route is quite long. Don't worry about me, I'm stronger than I look. Besides, this is my last day of freedom. I'd rather make it last as long as possible. The big red, Lady Carmosa, is coming back home tomorrow.
The big red.
I'm gonna call her the big red bat. I see, now I understand the long face. Very well then, you may come with me, but be warned, I will not change or shorten the route if you're tired. It may not be the most demanding duty there is for a soldier, but it is a duty still. Oh, don't worry, I can be very militant if there's a need for it. Some of my witty, repulsive, and well-aimed grimaces could be classified as weaponry. Ha! I had no idea you're such a menace. I can only hope I won't end up arresting you for possession of lethal irony. And I am ashamed to say I have failed miserably at this attempt at being a guard. What do you mean? Is something wrong? My feet are killing me, and I thought I had a chance at this line of work. Yeah, I've walked almost the whole route already, and it seemed a fine patrolling job to me. The town is safe, calm, nothing happened on your watch, isn't that what matters? Does anything dangerous ever happen on these routes? Because if so, I must admit I am disappointed with my walk and his unfulfilled potential for adventure. The first time we met this man, he killed 3 people. Stuff does happen. He was a little hungover, but he did it. Well, no, it's almost always uneventful. Then I really feel like I have accomplished something today. But if these patrols don't change anything, why do you do them? I did not say they change nothing, Cinders. Maybe it is because of them that the town is peaceful. Maybe something will happen and the town is going to need me to be here. Good point. Like that kidnapping the other day. It was good you're around. Yes, but whatever happens or does not happen, these patrols are my duty, Cinders. Written generations ago to keep this town in order. So that is what I will do. Does your duty make every choice for you? It even dictates how you spend your evenings. One might think you have no clue what to do when duties are done. I did make one choice. To become a guard. I do accept my duties as they are a consequence of who I am. You don't seem to accept the concept of duty in general, though. It's fine. I mean, I can understand. From what you told me about your house and its rules, you are bound to dislike your duties. Isn't that almost by definition? Duty is something you have to do, not want to do, not chosen. How could you like an obligation like that? That is how it is for you, as Carmosa took over your house and life. For me, it's different. I have chosen and accepted my duties, or maybe chosen to accept them. I see the purpose of my duties, and I'm glad I can contribute to it. And if I can have a pleasant walk every evening as a means to uphold order in this town, is it really that bad? When it pours or snows, the pleasure must be doubled. Okay, you got me there. Though the town does look better when all the dirt and these clashing colors are covered by snow, or at least smidged by the rain in your eyes. Oh, see, honestly, like protecting this sleepy, dirty town. He's like, did you hear my compliment just now? I complimented you. I distinctly remember you saying that you missed the past. The times of battles, radio patrols fit into that. I do whatever is necessary. If the times demand I walk to town, that is what happens. But yes, I do prefer the thrill of battle in times when the heroism had its use. I can't figure you out, Captain. 1 minute you stop to show me a magnificent view of the evening mist over the lake that unfolds from the palace stairs. A minute later you admit killing is more preferable to you than such an evening stroll. I do prefer battle, but I certainly did not say I preferred it over this evening stroll in particular. Thank you. So you are a warrior, or a poet, or a killer poet maybe. Oh, I would be an awful poet, I assure you. In fact, you might be right. My poetry would probably kill. So you're not even going to try. Oh, come on, roses are red, violets blue. Ugh. If you break the law, then I'll kill you. Just turned into Batman at the very end. As you can see, not a poet. But then again, why do you think killing and poetry exclude each other? That's child's way of thinking. I've seen cool crooks that wrote delicate poetry. Not all warriors have violence roots. You're right, I'm sorry. That's okay. But please understand, I do not enjoy killing. What makes me feel good is a sense of proficiency at something, of being useful. I can see the value of freedom, but the notion of having a purpose is what works for me and makes me happy. It's nice to see someone content with where they are and what they do. Maybe the fact that I enjoy breaking the rules is caused by the fact that I, myself, am not. But I broke a rule by inviting you to go on a patrol with me, and I did enjoy it very much. I'm glad. And if I offended you by questioning your way of life, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude or nosy. By no means. There aren't many people I can talk to about such things. And how could you think things through if you don't let them be questioned? So thank you. Thank you! No, thank you! Just kiss already. Just kidding. I was a bit skeptical beforehand about patrolling together. Now, we can't do that more often. Ooh, do I want to go after the captain? I'll be friendly. I'm glad, and I might not be the master of my own time in commercial job, but yet you are. At least when your duties allow it. We may not be able to show like this anytime soon, but if you'd like to talk, you are welcome to drop by anytime. Carmosa is bad, but I don't think she's rude enough to ask you to leave. Nor does she have the nerve, so if you'd like, do come and visit. That's really nice of you, and I might just do that. I find talking to you very interesting and refreshing. I hope you won't mind me saying this. You are much more mature than your age should permit. Thank you. I'm 34. She's like 16. On a different note, I've noticed something today with you and Madame Haiti spoke earlier. You seem quite familiar with each other. Over my life, such an experience does bring people closer and creates a bond. Maybe for life even. Really? What happened? Sounds like there's an interesting story behind it. I was just doing my duty. I led a small group against brigands terrorizing the forest. Got separated while chasing their escaping leader. I got him eventually, but he managed to wound me. I lost consciousness there. In the middle of nowhere, Madame Haiti was out searching for herbs when she found me. You could have bled to death. Yes. Madame Haiti took me to her hideout and nursed me back to the house. I'll always be grateful for that. It's almost like a fairy tale. All I was missing is a romance, and they lived happily ever after ending. Well, at least part of that did happen, but it was no fairy tale. So we did not live happily ever after. This was a real story of bloodstains and pain. Wait, you were actually with Madame Haiti, the wise and mysterious one, romantically involved with the Amish Witch of the Wind?
Excuse me, sir.
I'm sorry if I have spoiled the story and the characters for you, but I'm not a dark and brooding knight. Madame Haiti's not an unearthly being. We're just human. I know. Sorry for stereotyping again. So after he was wounded and bedded, they totally were a couple for a while. Just hard to imagine Haiti in love. I don't think it was love. We were both lonely and fate brought us together. Companionship might be a better word for it. I'm sorry if that offends you. No, I guess I never thought about Madame Haiti as someone that can be lonely. She's strong. She can lift me over her head.
Kaboof.
Because you can never miss while comparing a woman to your former lover. Whoa. I'm sorry. I told you I'm no poet. Go on. I actually do admire Madame Haiti quite a bit, because now I can see her in a different light, both of you. A bit less mystery, a little more reality. That is just the way it is. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm the one who is sorry. You did not mean to offend you. Thank you for accompanying me. You're the most interesting and beautiful girls I've ever met. Can we see each other again and talk? Now they're leaving.
I just ran into my own fire.
These guys really talk like English people. Sorry, I didn't read that last part. I was eating chips. Back to the same old. This feels almost like coming back to prison and out of my own will. After 2 such wonderful days of freedom, it's depressing to know I need to go back to my ordinary life. There, out in the real world, I can meet amazing people, have actual friends. Here, I'm trapped between Carmosa's plots and her poor daughter's bitterness. Sometimes I wonder, what if I were to vanish in the woods? Would anyone notice or care? Maybe that's the answer. Getting lost in the wilderness, befriending an uncivilized but noble tribe of rather short miners, becoming that princess, and spending the rest of my days being adored, praised. Oh, get a grip on yourself, Cinders. Carmos, along with that crazy hairdo and strict rules of hers, is due to come back home tomorrow. If I have to have any chance to change my life, I really should think of something, and soon. My feet are begging for mercy. I must have walked a dozen miles today. Those are really good shoes I saw at the market, and pretty too. I sure could use new shoes like that. These old horrors are just a few steps away from falling apart. They blister my heels and ankles. Still, it was worth the effort. The good captain, bless his honorable heart, seems genuinely interested in my humble person. And he seems like an interesting gentleman too. Looks really dashing in all those belts, I think. Besides, I've always fancied scars and brooding disposition in a man. Meanwhile, at the palace. You have summoned me, my prince? That I did. Came back a little bit late tonight. Was there any trouble on your route? Not at all, my prince. Something has caught my attention. Must be wondering why I want to see you at this hour. Surely you have guessed it must be about something important. I'll have to ask you to make an important decision, and I will not be expecting you to give me your answer right now. My lord, let me explain, Perot. As you know, we live in a time of transition. My father's death changed many things. Being so close to our family, you are aware that the old king spent most of his days trying to compromise between extremes, a balance between order and freedom. With little success, despite his best wishes, all his life he remained an autocrat. It is why it has been my wish, my vision, to change the kingdom in a way as to eliminate the need to compromise between freedom and order together. What's an autocrat? Yeah, look at it. Personal assistant, I summon you. Take time. What is an autocrat? What is an autocrat?
Absolute power over a state is concentrated in the hands of one person, whose decisions are subject neither to external legal restraints nor to regularized mechanisms of popular control.
Okay. So he's basically a one person that just basically made all the decisions of a country. In other words, Perot, I want reforms, but I'm sure you know this. I do, my prince. I have known you long enough to be able to learn about the qualities of your character. I want to give the people a constitution, Perot. I don't want them to be subjects. I want them to be citizens. Oh, he's like a Republican. I see. This will not make you more popular among the nobles, sire. If that's even possible. You are not a king yet, my lord, and there's some unrest among the nobles. I wouldn't announce your plans just yet. They make you an easy target. Yes, they do. That's exactly why I need your protection. You already have it. You know I'd give my life to serving the crown. I am your sword and shield, my lord. Yes, my friend. I know that, but these are a different kind of enemies I'm going to face during my reign. I will be giving people more freedom, but that means taking away some of that old precious order The nobles won't stand for it. They will want my head. They wouldn't dare. Of course not. That would give me a reason to ask for their heads. They will not do anything openly. You understand now what I speak of, Perot. So you want me to spy for you? It is the new battlefield, Captain. The theater of war of our times, and the crown needs you to be our champion. Champion? But it isn't an honorable war. It's a war of lies. It is a war of discretion and intelligence, qualities I know you possess in abundance, not to mention loyalty. Forgive me, my lord, I don't want to come across as naive. I am simply not accustomed to all the subtleties of ruling. Subtleties, yeah, of ruling. I'm surprised. What would you require of me in this new service? You have to spend more time at the court, that much is certain. Keep your eyes and ears open and, of course, socialize much more. We have to trade those blades of yours for our exquisite white gold cutlery, I'm afraid. Maybe do something about this outfit. All those belts. How come you have so many belts? He's like, I see. It's not exactly. This isn't. You don't have to decide right away. Also, you do have a choice. I am not a tyrant after all. Should you choose to distance yourself from this lovely mess I am planning for the realm, you can leave your current service with honor and retire. Your patrolling duty is purely ceremonial nowadays, and the guards have their officers. As it is, your position at the court is a matter of empty traditionalism, nothing more. You would send me away to where? Well, I'm certain there's some picturesque and lucrative strip of royal land left that I can make you a count of. How about Middle Hollow? Such a quaint little place. That's simple. This is very surprising. It's strange. It's a strange thing to learn that you are not needed. Rubbish, Perot. The crown needs you. I need you. This is precisely why I'm asking you to make your own decision. If I am to rule, I have to learn to make difficult choices, and this is my first. I am not ordering you to become the new royal master spy. I am giving you a choice. Not only because I know that you wouldn't make a good agent serving me against your own will, but also because you are my friend, Perot. If that's the case, I reckon I prefer to be just a subject. It will be enough, Captain. Let us not say things we will regret later. Very well, my lord. Will this be all, my prince? Yes, Captain. Give my proposal some thought. I would have your answer within the next few days. Now go. Or do you need a special invitation to get out of bed? Get up, get up. What time is it? Okay, I made it a day. I'm saving. Did I save? I'm gonna save again. Okay.